What's up, everybody? This is one of my favorite videos to do right here. This is a request from my own wife, Charlene, or either she got this request from somebody else and just related to me. However it worked out, it's a request for a Bible verse breakdown. So y'all know I love to do this. I love to dig into the scriptures. And y'all know my big thing is context, context, context. Matter of fact, y'all know what it is. Echoes, book, chapter, verse, context. Yes, context matters that much. All right, so the verse in question here is Matthew chapter 20, verse 16. And it says, so the last will be first, and the first last. All right, so we want to kind of understand what this means. What does it mean that the last will be first and the first will be last? What does it mean? In order for us to get the correct context, let's start at the beginning of chapter 20. So let's start at the beginning. For the kingdom of heaven is like a master of a house who went out early in the morning to hire laborers for his vineyard. After agreeing with the laborers for a denarius a day, he sent them into his vineyard, and going out about the third hour, he saw others standing idle in the marketplace. And to them he said, you go into the vineyard too, and whatever is right I will give you. So they went. Going out again about the 6th hour and the 9th hour, he did the same. And about the 11th hour, he went out and found others standing. And he said to them, why do you stand here idle all day? They said to him, because no one has hired us. He said to them, you go into the vineyard too. And when evening came, the owner of the vineyard said to his foreman, call the laborers and pay them their wages, beginning with the last up to the first. And when those hired about the 11th hour came, each of them received a denarius. Now, when those hired first came, they thought they would receive more, but each of them also received a denarius. And on receiving it, they grumbled at the master of the house, saying, these last worked only 1 hour, and you have made them equal to us who have borne the burden of the day and the scorching heat. But he replied to one of them, friend, I am doing you no wrong. Did you not agree with me for a denarius? Take what belongs to you and go. I choose to give this last worker as I give to you. Am I not allowed to do what I choose with what belongs to me? Or do you begrudge my generosity? So the last will be first, and the first last. All right, so that is the word of God. And now let's get into an explanation. So here we have a parable spoken by Jesus Christ, and the parable was just stories that Jesus would tell to make a point. So then, in order to understand the last shall be first and the first last, we need to understand what the parable was displaying. The parable was talking about a master who had people working for him, and he went out and got people to work for him, and they agreed to work for him for 1 denarius. And then later on, he went and got more people. Everybody he went and got to work for him in his vineyard agreed on the same price, a denarius. At the end of the day, they were paid exactly what they all agreed to. Every last one of them. The one who started at 8 o'clock in the morning and the one who started right before they closed down at 12, they all got paid the same thing. So then the ones who had worked all day, slaving in the hot sun, doing all the hard work, tilling the ground, sweating, they were angry. And we would say they were justified. They were angry. How come we worked all day and get the same amount as they did when they came in and only worked 1 hour? Well, the master of the vineyard said to them, didn't you agree to 1 denarius? So did they. Isn't my money mine to do whatever I want with? Can I do what I want with my money? Yeah, absolutely. Or are you begrudging? Are you mad because I'm being generous with them? Are you mad because I'm giving to them what you might feel they don't deserve? But we all agree to the same thing, the same price. So what this parable is set out to explain the last shall be first and the first last, is that we who work for Christ don't work on a basis of our length of time put in. There may be somebody who gets saved and live for Christ right before they pass away, and they will enjoy every bit of heaven just as much as the person who worked for Jesus all their life. The last shall be first and the first last. So this is just a simple, straightforward parable where Jesus is saying, hey, it ain't how long you've been doing the work. It's if you did the work. Did you come in at the end? Heaven is yours. Did you come in and stay your whole life? Heaven is yours. But as long as you came into the fold, as long as you turned and followed Jesus Christ, heaven is yours. The reward is yours. The reward is the same for those who've been in it all their lives and those who just came yesterday. The reward is the same. In a general sense, every believer in Jesus Christ will be rewarded the same in heaven, will be awarded the totality of glory and grace in heaven just by the work of Jesus Christ alone. Those who have faith in Jesus Christ, those who come in to Jesus Christ's fold and follow him as their great shepherd, will all enjoy the fruits of the labor of Jesus Christ just the same. So I hope that was helpful for you. I hope that explains that verse pretty well. And may you get some value out of it, man. God bless you. Thank you. If y'all have any more requests for me, by all means, please send them in. Please get them in. Come on, help me out. Help me do my job. I appreciate you. God bless you. Thank you.